implement the persuasion techniques if they can. But
Yeah.
just like if you were at work and you had a meeting with your boss and you're trying to talk about something, it's okay to have notes and like look down at your notes and refer to notes. Like obviously don't read off, don't just like sound like a robot reading because we are all grading each other and it's supposed to be a real conversation. But that's how I'm gonna do it. I have notes written down and like stats and different whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you want, so you want to be the person asking for the
I
money first, or you want to be the person
can.
receiving?
Uh, I'll try the receiving first. Who wants to do the asking?
If no one wants to go, I'll try. I'll try. I'll go. This is
All
kind of
right, you
intense.
got
I've
it.
never like graded other people in the class before like this, so like, and
Yeah,
I don't want to be like an asshole, but
I
yeah.
know. It's just kind of
Yeah.
And look, my
weird.
grading style is not gonna. Yeah, look, we're all just kind of trying to get
Yeah.
through this and
Nobody give
doing our
anybody
best
a
Yeah.
efforts.
hundred,
So
and we should be fine. We shouldn't have to
Yeah.
redo this, right?
there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's no lower than like 1.6 or something, like 1.8, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll get
My
through
introvert side is gonna really be challenged right now.
it.
Same. That's gonna be an exercise for sure for me as well.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, you ready to go?
Well, everybody mute, and then we can get started, and then we'll just take ourselves back to 2016 in Calgary, Canada.
Right. And look, the stats don't have to be perfect, right? I mean, it's just you make them at,
Yeah,
to your point, I went back and try to look up some then, but I mean,
it's okay. And honestly, steal stuff. If you guys hear something good and it's turned later, steal it, use it, whatever you need. We're
100%.
it's a role playing thing, so we can assume that you never heard me speak before or whoever.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
anyways,
All right.
I guess we'll just start now.
Yeah, go ahead.
How you doing, Rondi? Good to speak with you again. We met a few times before at a couple of the town hall meetings this year.
Hey, good morning, Francis.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you again. I'm here to just the purpose of the call today is to obviously discuss this year's strategy division budget. Um, I did want to ask you, what'd you think of the Calgary Flames hockey team the other day and their performance in the game? I know before you mentioned that you're a big fan.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool to see, right? I think they're doing good this year. I'm not a well, I'm a passive hockey fan, so I pay attention, but doesn't don't know the sport in detail. But it's always good to see go out there and feel the ice, feel the energy in the arena and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game.
Totally agree. You got to support the hometown team, right? Well,
Absolutely.
cool. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time today. I know we're all busy. But like I said, I'd like to discuss the strategy division budget for 2016, and I might have a good proposal
Absolutely.
later, depending on how the conversation goes. But first, I
Hmm.
did want to start. Can you please confirm the total amount of the budget this year? I was reading through something. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. What's the total amount of the budget? I'm reading $1 million total, but I want to hear it from the boss's mouth.
Yeah, so if we're able to shift around anything, it'll definitely be around the $1 million range. We have budget pre-allocated for other activities, including strategy for the remainder of the year. So yeah, if we can find some flexibility, that will probably be the max we can shift.
Got it. Got it. Okay, cool. Well, basically, I also wanted to confirm for the main strategy this year, are we still focusing on, the normal customer incentive program that we did last year?
Absolutely, but we want to build on that, right? So last year we had a pretty decent turnout as far as the increase to the bottom line and revenue, but I think we can do a bit better this year. So that's why we're focusing a bit on certain regions, certain programs that did a bit better than others. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see some traction there.
Awesome. And like I said, I brought it up because I knew that that was successful in the past, and you
Yeah.
know, it does bring a lot of value to the company. But I do want to say, the customer incentive program, it is a solid idea. I see its
Hmm.
merit for immediate bookings.
Hmm.
Um, but I also believe there could be an opportunity to achieve those same goals while solving a larger
Okay.
strategic problem, which I believe
Okay.
is a demographic gap that we are currently facing. like I said, the incentive program is really great at bringing back the same kind of business year to year, which is important. It's like a
Yeah.
good foundation, but we want to grow. We want new customers, we want new faces, and we want, to build for the
Yep.
future. We don't want to just look to the next quarter every time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which gets me to the point of this call today. Basically, I'm proposing that we allot 200K of the current budget, or if we can
Okay.
swing it, add to the current budget um, towards a new social media campaign utilizing Snapchat and Pinterest. Now, I know that we
Mm-hmm.
already use other platforms like Facebook and some
Mm-hmm.
others, which has been good. But I really think to address the demographic gap, we're really targeting that 18 to 35 year age for the
Okay.
company. That they're using Snapchat, they're using Pinterest. They're putting their little pins, they're
Mm-hmm.
saying where they're going. If we're going to
Mm-hmm.
compete with the other airlines, I really think this could be a great opportunity for growth. Um,
Gotcha.
this
How
could be sorry, I'll let you go.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say this could just, comparing it to the incentive program, like I said, this could be the difference between buying a customer with a one-time discount or potentially earning a fan for life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's just kind of how I'm looking at it. What are your thoughts just on the service of that? I have more to say, obviously, but I want to hear what do you think of just the ask, the 200K?
Yeah, so I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think that that money is already allocated to current social media activities. That's sort of as part of the strategy. And I think if we're going to reallocate it somewhere else, it got to be a compelling reason, right? So for example, what has been the feedback from like what's the feedback from Facebook? Are we getting traction? And I've been out of that role for a little minute, and as far as not knowing the numbers, but can you give me an idea of what the feedback from using platforms like Facebook? Do we have a study following? Do we have is it helpful?
Absolutely. Facebook has, been very consistent for us. It's like I said, it goes in kind of in line with what I was saying with the customer incentive program.
Yeah.
Facebook is really good. At this point, there's a lot of, I don't want to use the word old, but it's kind of an older social media platform at this point in
Yeah.
2016. And
Yeah.
so that's why I really wanted to shift the focus to some of these newer platforms like Snapchat and Pinterest that haven't been around as long, but are
Agree.
still
Hmm.
seeing, big leaps and bounds with the younger crowd.
Yeah.
I did want to go straight into, you know, uh, our competition like Southwest and
Yeah.
some other these larger airlines. They're already using some of these new platforms like Snapchat. Um,
Hmm.
accor- According to the 2016 Social Media Marketing Industry Report, the two top main benefits of social media in general is we really want to increase exposure and increase traffic to our website.
Hmm.
Because ultimately that's how people click and make their flights.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they're reporting in this industry report that 89% of marketers are indicating that uh, these social media efforts on these newer platforms are generating a
Hmm.
lot more exposure for the businesses, and another
Yep.
75% are reporting positive results in increased traffic.
Yeah.
I really think that you know Snapchat's very easy. It's very measurable as far as a return on a
Hmm.
investment, and same with Pinterest. So you can people are pinning where they're going and stuff, and then they're putting what airlines they use. I mean, this is just
Yeah.
it's just very easy to follow. Whereas compared to the customer incentive program, it's very good, but I feel like there's almost diminishing returns because we're not necessarily growing the business. We're just kind of we'll pay you
Hmm.
to pay us essentially, and it's very like our competition can copy us really
Yeah.
easily, and I just think
Yeah.
we need to spice it up a little bit with the budget this year. What do you think?
Understood. Understood.
Yeah,
Are we able to advertise? I guess what kind of advertising are we able to do on Pinterest and Snapchat? Or is it, do they have certain packages that companies are allowed to do? Is it I'm assuming they're gaining a lot of traction from just because, it's
yeah,
becoming a popular tool. I know that much. I'm not a Snapchat or Pinterest individual myself, but I get your point as far as it's becoming pretty popular, especially around a certain demographic.
absolutely. With with Snapchat specifically, you know, it's as simple as us creating a company account and you know
Hmm.
just creating content like immediately as say, you know, we could even package in the customer incentive program itself. We could put have ads generated on Snapchat that pretty much say like, you know, buy a ticket and potentially get the next one for free, or you know, different little campaigns that we can do with it. I think is very easy and wouldn't, you know, beyond the 200K obviously, wouldn't be this crazy endeavor for us to you know, to go into. Um, with Pinterest, like I said, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the specifics of what
Yeah.
packages they have for companies joining, but
Hmm.
outside, like I said, I just think, you know, first create an account and then it's very easy to track whether it's working or not.
Yeah.
And I think these are also good opportunities to, um, you know, it's getting the customer incentive program information out there as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good
Awesome.
reason to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, hey, Francis, that was a pretty good presentation, man. I appreciate the time and the consideration. And look, you got me sold. I think there we could have some flexibility in the budget to kind of shift something over to some to Pinterest and Snapchat to see if we can kind of increase our revenue and strategic path that way. But thanks for meeting me.
All right. Thank you, Randy. We'll talk soon.
Take care, man. All right, that's one down.
This is
Man,
so embarrassing.
That was good.
I
right?
had these notes ready and it's just like when you're trying to like actually talk
Articulated in
normal,
real
it's
time.
so different. Yeah.
That was good. That was
Same.
I
very
think
good,
that was
guys.
really good.
That was amazing. Now I'm gonna have.
Y'all are
Yeah.
gonna be so
So
much better. Yeah. I was like the guinea pig and now y'all be very clear and concise and
That's not gonna.
you
No,
both did very
It's about
good.
once you
Very
get in the hot
good.
seat, man.
Yeah.
Well,
All
Okay.
right, I'll go next with we can switch it. I'll go next and start, being the requester, and if anybody you want to piggyback and be the receiver.
sure.
I need a break. Somebody take it. Yeah.
I was actually gonna volunteer to go as a seller, but yeah, Rondi, I think you deserve that. So
Let me get through mine.
yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Okay. What is it? So good morning, Gabrielle. Thanks for taking some time to meet with me today. The purpose of our conversation is to see if we can increase our social media budget by specifically with Snapchat and Pinterest, because I think we have an opportunity to really engage a broader audience from that direction. Hope you couldn't take I hope it's okay. You still have a good, I hope it's okay for you to take 20-30 minutes to speak
Sure.
with me.
Of course. I think that we've been kind of exploring opportunities for growth and trying to see what our customers are currently doing. So of course, I'm definitely opening to having a discussion and seeing what your ideas are for today. So definitely take the
All right,
floor. See what you got.
cool. Appreciate it. And I know you have a little one and who's about what 16, 15 or something like that. Are they on social media?
They are actually. You mentioned a couple of social media there. I mean, I know Facebook is kind of on its way out, and now they're talking about Snapchat and Instagram, of course, and then they're having more engagement. I don't know how I feel about that. Their online presence online, so I have to be big mama and monitor it, but it is what
Right,
it is. We have to
right.
do it, right?
Let me ask, do you do any of your shopping or, you get any of your information from social media? It doesn't have to be Facebook, although that's our generation. Don't,
You're right.
I hate when younger generation says, Facebook is old. No, it's not, because I'm not. So,
It's like I remember when I
is there
used my
any?
college email to get on Facebook, but Yeah, I mean,
Right.
like especially now with algorithms getting so much smarter, and I feel like over time,
Yeah.
I can't see the future, but I feel like over time we're
Yeah.
really on our phones, and so there's a lot of targeted marketing towards what we look, what we search, and what we shop
Yeah.
online for. So like I am a big
Absolutely.
user of using social media and then getting ideas of stuff that, oh wow, like on Pinterest, I can go on
Yep.
and get ideas how to decorate my
Yeah.
house or something like that. So yeah, for sure, for sure.
Exactly. So to build off of that, that's exactly why we're having a conversation today, because all day long you look at your phone and you're getting algorithms are built to feed you information just for just going to the site, right? I know this is 2016, but it's starting to happen, right? So you go look for a new car and say, you're just browsing on, on your internet on your phone. It's like, I want to look up a Hummer. This Hummer is coming out. Now I want to get one. Now all of a sudden you log onto Facebook and you got a advertisement on a Hummer. It's like, wait a minute, how does Facebook know what I was doing on the internet? And that's something that companies are starting to tap into. So with given you have 15 years of experience in led marketing and comms, your feedback is invaluable with how I think that we should proceed with tapping into a fairly new revenue stream that can provide some strategic advantage for the company.
Sure.
Um, so just to kind of start off with, so the Wall Street Journal recently did a study of domestic travels today with 24% of travelers rely on social media and social media influencers for information. In the next 5 to 10 years, that percentage will steadily increase. Social media advertising provides a direct access to travelers, whether it's, business travel or leisurely travel. Um, for example, ways to get, free ticketing or um, a check-in or flight tickets are maybe a bit cheaper. Um, there's critical information that passengers use to determine when and how to purchase airline tickets. By increasing our social media presence, we provide a broader platform to do that. For example, last year we ran a promotion on rewards for the airline, and that rewards, although it was successful, the response was a bit flat because we didn't necessarily reach the revenue gain that we wanted to, and that's more so because we didn't reach the broader audience that we were looking to do. With Pinterest and Snapchat, you not only meet professionals and older adults, you also meet younger adults who just looking to travel for leisure, right? And especially those are the more so the travelers that are looking for information from social media influencers, right? So social media influencers, I'm sorry, post information all the time about um, not just about vacations as far as where to go and what to do when you get there, but about the experience of how they got the information, how they got the ticket, and the booking process and their experience at the airport. To reach that broader audience, these two platforms would be tremendous. So I'm here today requesting um, to increase the budget with your approval of $200,000 because I think
Okay.
we can split that between the two platforms.
Okay. Well, we do have some flexibility on our budget. As I said, we are looking to kind of have more of a bigger footprint. And WestJet is pretty common in Canada. Its main Canadian airline is Air Canada, right? So we want to kind of have better competition with Air Canada. I know that they are proactively trying to also tap into social media and really trying to get into the influencer market as well. So
Mhm.
we have to follow suit, right? So it's not out of the realm of possibility. The ask is not too crazy because I think we're both in alignment that just based on the points that you presented, that we need to really restructure and look at our budget and not just only focus on the retaining of our existing
Yeah.
customers, but to see how we can branch out into other avenues, right? So
Yeah.
I think just the one question that I had, you had mentioned with Pinterest. Pinterest, it's definitely an evolving platform. So what benefits do you see going the Pinterest route? What do you think would be a good fit for that, for us to kind of use our budget for?
Yeah, so I think marketing with the customer experience, right? So the customer
Yeah.
experience is gonna play a big role in repeat activity, right? So Pinterest, what we can do is post. We can and Pinterest has a platform to where you can do like an experimental trial run. So you don't have to commit to a long term. You can commit to a certain package and start advertising certain things on Pinterest, right? So like reward miles, right? So you can say, hey, for a limited time here, we have these unique reward miles that'll accomplish these particular activities that are important for the traveler, right? You can discuss how the airline is partnering with the airport on the check-in process, making things a bit more streamlined, making things a bit more less uh, chaotic when during certain peak travel hours or certain peak travel times during the day. We can partner with social media influence to talk through their experience through the process. Um, and also, again, promote our lounges and things of that nature on through Pinterest because, that'll not only capture our established customers, but also new customers that are trying to in that may be a bit tired of or haven't received the necessary rewards from Air Canada. You might want to bring them in with that when to our scope, right? So that's again that's business travelers and leisurely travel.
Okay, sounds good. And that's a very good point. I mean, we got to focus on our aesthetic too, right? We have to make sure that we are looked at as an airline that is, we're doing comfort, we're doing, everything to
Yep.
tailor to the travelers. So Pinterest is very visual. So we can, tap in and as an extra revenue stream with ad source revenue and things like that. So very, very good points. So
And that's actually a good point. You just mentioned visual, right? So the presentation has to be on point, right? So the photos matter. What
yeah,
the videos of what you're recording, right? The infrastructure. That's what travelers really want to see when going through there. And Pinterest is an avenue to kind of help promote that. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good option that we have. Again, I'll leave you with the decision, and I appreciate your time, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
okay. Thanks so much, Rondi. I appreciate you setting some time up with me. And then, yes, you gave me some very compelling arguments to think about. And I really foresee it definitely getting traction. So thank you very much for sharing this with me.
Awesome. Thanks, Gabrielle. Take
All
care,
right.
man.
Take care. Take care. Bye.
Woo!
Very good. Very good, guys.
We did it.
We did it.
Good job.
Okay.
That was great.
Good job, Rondi. I'm like,
Oh, man. I was
Yeah,
trying to look like, is this going on too long?
I know. I was
lost
feeling
track of
the
time
same
too.
way. Yeah. Okay. That's very good. I guess now I can switch the role. I can be the
Alright.
seller, and if anyone wants to volunteer to be the buyer.
I'll be
I'll
the
go next.
buyer.
All right, Brisa.
Oh, yeah. Let me. Yes.
There we go. Okay. All right. Hi, Brisa. Thanks so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I know we've kind of talked offhand in the hallway about having this discussion. We were talking about the budget, and so I'm really glad we were able to connect, especially kind of me being new into the role. And and you've been kind of quite established for some time. So you gave me some really good pointers on kind of how this role structured since you've been in it for a while. So I do appreciate that. Basically, the purpose, of course, is for us to talk about what we had kind of off-key mentioned about the social media budgets. Of course, I'm coming off of some experience myself in my previous job, and it seems like I feel that this could be a great idea to try to expand our budget a bit on the social media campaign, especially since we're really targeting growth and innovation. So I figured, I just have some few key points to discuss, and if you, of course, are open to really expanding our current budget. I know we did the customer incentive program in the past, and it worked super well. And I know that was an initiative that you had launched, and based on some of the commentary that you shared with me. So it kind of got my wheels turning a little bit, right? So before I kind of get into it, I know that you had mentioned that you had recently volunteered with it was a humane society. It was like a fun run type of deal, but you were able to bring your dogs, and it's interesting because I was like, I'm a dog lover, right? So I have two babies of my own, and so I was wondering, hopefully next year I will be able to join. But I was wondering how that went for you, and it's one of the key kind of engagers in that. How did that go?
Great. It went really good. It was very interesting to see so many people participate. It was one of those opportunities that you just gotta take advantage of, because it's a great networking opportunity. You meet so many people with the same interests, and it's for a good cause. So it's just a win all around. It's definitely something you should, take advantage of, and definitely do.
That's amazing. That's great to hear that it was a success, and that's what I really like about it too. It's like, especially like getting our presence out there with WestJet and kind of putting our branding on a couple of things. It helps to have people know that we're not just operating as an airliner. We don't put just dollars first. We put people first, and really want to get active in the community. So I think it's really good that our top executives are really branching out to the community and getting kind of face to face with people. So yeah, I'm excited to take part of that next year. But moreover, I'm just kind of giving back to it. I get a little long-winded on some things, but yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to kind of get to is looking into tapping in a little bit more on the social media side. We have Snapchat, of course, being one of the more popular social media sites that are getting a lot of traction, right? There's a lot of, I'm noticing a lot more, especially in the demographic between like 18 and 35. I know it's kind of a huge range, but it's more hands-on, it's more engaging, I'm feeling, because you can just upload something really quickly, anyone can just take a look at it, and I feel like our environment's changing. So a lot of folks, especially in travel, and they're focusing on vacations, they're really wanting to just have that go, go, go mentality. Snapchat is able to kind of visualize and capture like memories and ways where it can share their travel, their vacations, and people can kind of be like, oh, that's awesome. And then of course you see it too, selfies on the plane and like, oh, I'm taking my vacay and stuff like that. So I think with WestJet can have some sort of influence on that too, and take advantage of just really focusing on Snapchat. And then with Pinterest, I've noticed that it's becoming the third highest social media platform, which is surprising because Facebook has been pretty dominant for the past couple of years. I know WestJet uses Facebook primarily just to kind of keep tabs and to say like what the travel expectations are, but I think we could take it a step further. With Pinterest, you have visual boards. You can kind of highlight, WestJet travel blogs, and then using social media influencers to kind of pay for ad revenue. And oh, I think Teresa left us for a minute. Okay, well, for the other members of the team, I know that you guys were kind of just here.
Keep going. Keep going.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. So I'm so sorry, Brisa had to jump off, but I'm glad you guys were able to join. It looks like she's coming back in.
This happens in the field all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries, Brisa. Yes, I know we had the team come in and kind of hear the spiel, or my spiel, and I know this kind of targeted, towards you as a decision maker, but appreciative of the team being on the call as well. But basically, what I was stating is having social media influencers, tapping that in, kind of using our budget expansion to really engage with our core, not only our core audience, but also for other new potential travelers with WestJet. I mean, our biggest competitor is Air Canada. Everyone knows Air Canada. They see the maple leaf, oh, Canada. It kind of associates it. WestJet, we're kind of a little bit on the bottom rung if we really want to be transparent. And I think if we really kind of get in front of the social media presence that Snapchat has, and then Pinterest also as more of a visualization tool, I think that would really, really help our branding, and also an avenue or ad revenue stream as well, because we can advertise on social media. And having the opportunity, if we do like an option or technical option, which with a budget could go for, is just to say, hey, we have special deals, we have flash sales, we have travelers incentive programs, rewards programs that you can just click of a button on Snapchat, and then it takes the user right into our portal, and then they can do scheduling and things like that and see what we offer, especially since we have flights that are to destinations, right? Beach destinations to the Caribbean, not only just domestically in Canada, but also to the States and as well as the Caribbean. So it's very beach territory, right? So I think expanding our budget, I'm not sure what, I know that we kind of saw a little bit about what our expectations are for 2016. Q4 numbers are kind of trending a little bit flat. And I know that we're trying to retain our existing budget as is and roll over. So if we have some flexibility, I think the last numbers I was reviewing is closer to maybe $1 million range, so to speak. And I would suggest utilize maybe $200,000 of that budget, and we can just allocate resources as we need to not really just dilute what our budget would be. That's generally what I feel, in my opinion, that we could definitely get this off the ground and get it running. We don't want to be kind of left behind in other airliners if we really just want to have more of a personal focus, like I said before, with travel blogs, and maybe we can do some social media campaigns and show our visibility in the communities as well, and just have just off the cuff, not just talk about traveling, but just more of just what WestJet is doing to be more involved. So with your blessing, of course, and I think that we could definitely see some traction, and we get some benefits, not only tangible benefits, but intangible benefits of just putting our name out there. So I leave that decision to you, and see if we can definitely move forward with this. So what are your thoughts overall?
I think you brought up a lot of really good points. I think you've had a lot of really good, feedback on how it's been trending before, and where you vision this to go forward. So the one question I did have was, for Pinterest, do you see it also kind of targeting the same age group? Do you see that being taken in a different, I guess, direction as you would Snapchat? And just kind of that vision as well.
Well, I feel the great thing about Pinterest is that it's appealable to all demographics. Snapchat, realistically, it is towards the 18-35 demo, right? Pinterest, there's a plethora of ideas and vision boards, and even with Google searches, trying to get ideas or travel ideas, or what is the next big destination, what is the competitive pricing for airliners, and boom, WestJet's right there with a good endorsement and promotional deal, right? So I just think with Pinterest, it broadens our perception a little bit about reaching more people, right? And just instead of just focusing so much on the 1835 bracket, we can branch out. There's so many different variations in ages and male, female, sex demographics. There's so many folks that do utilize Pinterest, and it's only going to increase from what I'm seeing. So I think that kind of broadens our portfolio a little bit to kind of introduce new customers to WestJet whom have never may have heard of us as an airliner instead of just Air Canada, especially for folks that are in the States and they're traveling to Canada. They want to do a connecting flight to within Canada or to the Caribbean, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I think that's kind of the trajectory where I see it.
Great. I think that all sounds great. I will definitely review the information and get back with you as soon as I can.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate your time, Brisa. So sorry for some of the technical challenges, but hopefully, this is definitely a good start. And I hope to hear your decision back soon. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh,
Well
man.
done.
Good job.
Well done.
That is awkward.
It's funny because you're like role playing, talking to one person, but it's almost like you feel like you're performing for other people at the same time.
Yeah, and I had to like think on the fly of like, because I've had
Yeah.
meetings before where it's like, oh, my target person for whatever reason. So I'm like, the group is here. Let me continue talking to the group.
And you know what? Thank you for everybody keeping your camera off while the other two people talk.
Yes.
That helped me.
Yes, that does help. That does help focus. Okay.
Okay, I'll go next.
I can take over.
One quick thing though, my video said I had 5 minutes left. Does anybody else get that?
That's
Kind of-
probably because I think I only set it up for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I think
So
it
it
should
should
be
go
okay. Yeah, it'll just go. It'll just go on. Yeah.
Mine's going.
Okay.
Brisa, I could be the person you're pitching to
Okay.
if you want to go. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Hi, Francis. How are you? How are
Doing
you doing
great.
today?
Good to see you
Great.
again. What's going on?
Yes, nice to see you again. Nice to be able to have this discussion with you. I know you're very busy and I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Just the purpose of this meeting that I set up was, as you know, I'm currently working on the expansion of social media platform by adding Snapchat and Pinterest to their platform. Are you familiar with Snapchat and Pinterest?
I am. One of my kiddos are all over Snapchat. I use Pinterest a little bit more than they do, but I am familiar with them both. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, currently, oh gosh, same thing. My kids, they're both always on Snapchat. And I'm a big user of Pinterest, actually. Earlier this week, I was just using it for vacation ideas. I use it for recipe ideas all the time. I mean, if I got some downtime and I'm on social media, that's one of the platforms I'm probably going to be using the most. And it currently, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Pinterest platform, they currently have over 600 users a month. Just scrolling through their social media pages. Where Snapchat tends to have a little bit more, they currently have about 900 users a month. So that's a big, traction for people to, scroll through and get their social media, get their information from. So the purpose of this meeting, as you know, I'm currently, once again, trying to expand our platform. And I know that you're currently working on the budget, and costs are, looking at our budget, getting costs down.
Lisa? Got cut out a little bit. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I think she's frozen.
Okay. Hello, Brisa, are you there?
Yes, I don't know what's going on with my computer, but I am back.
It's okay.
Like I was saying, I think that right now, expanding our platform would be very crucial and very beneficial for WestJet, as currently our revenue, our net profits have kind of been at a standstill. But a good way to build brand awareness and to really maybe start looking at, although the budget's a little tight right now, focusing on the benefits of how to increase our revenue, how to increase our net income, our profits and losses going forward. And by building our brand awareness, it'll attract a lot more, growth opportunities in our future. According to some studies that we've recently reviewed, about 60% of consumers say that they use social media platforms to influence their decisions. So again, it's a very big opportunity that we have, and it's really gonna start growing.
Well, Brisa, real quick, I don't. Before you continue, I just wanted to say, I appreciate you coming today and bringing up, a lot of these great facts and stuff. We actually do have extra funds in the budget this year. The thing is, it's already been allocated towards our new customer incentive program. Our Facebook has been popping off. We're doing great. We're really proud of our growth in the Facebook social media, and those funds are already kind of allocated there. But we're really concentrating on extra funds this year, like I said, to promote the new customer incentive program. So, and the rest of the funds are pretty much tied up. So basically, my main question is, we don't have any extra money besides that, so why should we not promote the new customer incentive program and use that money for Snapchat and Pinterest? That's pretty much my main ask.
Well, when we implemented Facebook back in 2009, when you look at our traction records for in net earnings, you see that although we did move some of our some funds to help promote Facebook and really kick that off the ground. But after that, after it was implemented, you see a large increase in our net earnings. And so every year since we added Facebook, we added YouTube the following year, Instagram the following year, and so on. We added WGJ blog, LinkedIn, and every year we added one of those platforms. We saw a large increase in our net earnings. So by adding Snapchat and Pinterest, I think once again you'll see that trajectory going, where right now we're kind of gonna stay in a flat pace. Also in 2009, when we had our software crash, when IT was pushing some software updates and communication.
Oh, don't remind me.
Unfortunately, yes, we had a lot of issues with that. Thanks to Facebook and Twitter, I mean, our timing couldn't have been any better, where that really helped save the company. We were able to build that trust and regain some of our reputation by offering different ways to communicate to our customers, and really regained some of our credibility. So I think by adding these newer platforms that are the age demographics, they're younger, they're about the 18 to 35 range. I think that'll really help keep them in y- keep us in their mind and be able to see what's going on with our business in those platforms. Also, in addition to that, currently, um, many airlines are, utilizing these platforms, and they're already starting to really gain traction on those. Where currently Air Canada, our biggest, they take up the biggest market share. They are not using Snapchat or Pinterest. So I think that's also another really great, um,
An opportunity.
where we
Yeah.
can really get ahead of their pace and maybe gain some of that market share. 9% of the other airlines currently also have domestic flights um, out of our location. However, I think we can really expand our market share by, again, bringing brand awareness to these to our customers.
I think, yeah, I
And
think that's a really good point. And like you said, we really want to stick it to Air Canada any opportunity we can get. So I think, you know, I'm warming up to it. But if you have anything, do you have anything else you want to add today?
well, and just one more thing to add is, like, currently Snapchat has 6 billion videos that people watch per day. So I think even just getting some kind of social media, recognition out there, the potential is there. The people are there, the audience is there, and they're ready to just kind of, have us at their top of the. I would like for us to be at the top of their mind. So,
Absolutely.
but so I would like to request that the budget be considered for an additional 200,000 to help push this project to where I think WestJet can really benefit. And again, I think the earnings will certainly outweigh this cost that I'm proposing we do.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I think I'm sold. I think the 200K that we originally were going to use for the new customer incentive program, I think I, the decision is with me as the chief strategy officer. So I think we're going to reallocate those funds for you this year. We've tried the incentive programs before and they work fine, but I really think you made a good argument for growth today and, to get a one up on our competitors. So I did want to thank you for, having this meeting today, and hopefully we'll talk soon, and we can make some headway on this new social media campaign.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done.
That was very good. Thank you.
Good job.
Very good. Very
I'm trying.
good.
Yeah, I was
Appreciate
trying to like help you. Like no, you did fine. It wasn't me like helping you because you were doing bad or anything. It's just like because I wanted to be like I kept telling myself this is supposed to be like a real conversation. So like I didn't want you to feel like you had to just talk for 5 minutes straight. I was trying to like
Yes.
intercede here and there and be like, oh yeah, and this I was thinking about this. So that you
Yeah.
catch your breath a little bit because I felt that's what I felt earlier when I was going. I was like, damn, like I'm just rambling on. Like
Yeah.
Same. Same.
Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's something to keep in mind, I guess, if you haven't gone already. But yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Okay. I can go next, asking if someone wants to be the kind of receiver of my questions, I guess.
Any volunteers?
They don't all jump at
Go
once.
I mean, I can go again if you want. I'll
You
do
up
it.
for it?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it again. But somebody's got to do it next time.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, Francis, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I think the last time we talked was probably at that team meeting where we were discussing the Facebook results from kind of just how much activity we were getting through our ads and just our social media impact on that back in February.
That's right. Good to see you again, Mark. Yeah, you're right. And that call went pretty well. I was
Yeah.
pretty happy to hear the results of the the Facebook ads and stuff. So Yeah, good to see you. What brings you in my office today?
So the purpose for this meeting I have with you is to discuss the budget and kind of where we are currently. So
Okay.
I know you're looking at the budget for next year right now, and you know, from my understanding, we're currently sitting at what we had last year. I think that's 800,000. Is that correct on your end?
Yeah, roughly. We are actually looking at an additional amount of money for the budget, but
Okay.
it's already kind of been accounted for. So the number would be a little bit higher, but it's not too far from that mark.
Okay. Yeah.
What did you have to add to that?
Well, that's good then, because we're just looking for a small 200,000 increase to get us to that million mark for our budget for kind of our group and just the social media uh, team as a whole. But before I get into the breakdown of that, I do have to ask because I know you're a big hiker. Have you got out to Banff yet this year, or were you able to get out in the summertime at least before it started to get too snowy?
Not this year, man. We had a really bad case of the flu. Me
Yeah.
and the wife at the same time, or me and
Oh,
my
so-
significant other at the time. Yeah, we were just knocked out, so we missed it this year. But this upcoming year, we really plan on hitting the slopes hard and
oh, yeah.
going through the whole deal.
Hopefully you're able to get there then, because can't miss that.
Absolutely.
So for the whole reason for the budget increase here, as you started this company in the social media world until, and then you've had your different roles until you're currently uh, kind of in this VP level, or I'm sorry, Chief Strategy Officer level. Um, so you've seen what social media has been able to do for us, as we implemented Facebook back in 2008, and we just saw that just rise of just gaining people to be able to see the company, getting that just face to the market out there in different social media platforms. So what we're trying to do this next year is increase our presence on two new platforms for us. Now they are out there, they have been in use by other industry leaders, I would say. We're kind of lagging behind a little bit from the Air Canadas or the Uniteds. They're already in these spaces. So we're trying to play a little catch up in Snapchat and Pinterest. So
Absolutely.
what we're seeing from some of the market research, um, I know we are kind of forecasted to hold our budget steady, but only about 50% of the market out there is not increasing their social media presence year over year. About 42% are doing an increase, and we don't want to kind of be left behind and dragging behind with that other 50% where we could just be losing face to market out there. So
Okay, I could see that.
the reason we're looking at these two different social media platforms, kind of different reasons. Snapchat's going to be more draw people into our portal and get them just
Hmm.
going through the website. I mean, we could even put stories out there that says, "Hey, come here, receive 10% off your next booking." Kind of draw them in
Hmm.
through that. I mean, we could even use it to see what our demographic is looking for in the next year in terms of flights or,
Yeah,
kind of like put quizzes out there with incentive back to get X% off their next booking.
absolutely.
Um, that would just
Well,
kind of
Mark,
drive
real
people to.
quick, Mark,
Oh
with
yes.
Snapchat, I can kind of see it very clearly with Snapchat. Can you tell me what about competitors? Do you know if Air Canada or some of these big ones of especially here in Canada, Air Canada's enemy number one, are they already using Snapchat and Pinterest as well?
So yes, they do have an account created in Snapchat, and I know they are posting stories to it. And then I have seen just scrolling myself some ads come across as I'm looking at different stories. Pinterest
Mm.
space, I do see them again just in different ad blocks on that. And that's kind of where we also want to explore Pinterest is, Pinterest is used for multiple different things. You could look up food, clothing, stores. Another good aspect of it is travel. So we could target our ads to the travel pages, the travel posters, travel influencers who say like what their travel is going to be. And people who are looking at that are saying, well, I'm planning on taking this trip. I want to see things around this flight. We could throw ads up there saying like only two left, or not necessarily. has to say that. But if a flight is getting low, not a lot of tickets left, we could kind of like pump them like, hey, if you're looking at doing this, you got to book soon. Seats are going, or we could just say deals we have again, just to draw people into
Hmm.
the site.
Okay.
Um, Snapchat, I'm more excited about because, well, the market research is saying like not a lot of people are going to look at investing in short stories.
Hmm.
I think we've seen as a team that the demographic of your like 18 to 24-year-olds are focusing more on those short snips and not like longer posts and everything. It's more short attention grabbing videos. And that's kind of what Snapchat is geared towards.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, my kids love the app. I'm probably on Pinterest a little bit more than them, but I definitely could see that younger crowd. My kids are both in college now at this point, but yeah, they love Snapchat, so I could see that.
Yeah, and that just goes again to say like we're grabbing multiple different demographics. We have the younger crowd using Snapchat and the older crowd using Pinterest. So we just want to throw a bigger net out there, gain more gain more presence out in the social media world where we could just be seen more, get more traffic through the site, more people booking, and kind of
Hmm.
just try to increase our overall presence that way. So that's the main purpose of why I was talking to you today. I'm just hoping to put it in your ear that if you have those extra funds and if you could get us that extra 200,000 and get us up to 1 million for our budget, we'd really think that would be great for the company. It could really help our bottom line, get more traffic through more bookings, and just an
Okay,
overall
Mark.
better understanding of our market.
Yeah, Mark. So a couple things. I have other VPs approach me too about, budget allotment for this year. You're not the first person to approach me. Um, a big component of the budget this year, what we're pushing at, where we're looking to use the extra funds I referenced earlier, is like I said, the new customer incentive program. Last year, the customer incentive program was a huge success. We retained a lot of business, and we're looking to retain that again this year. Um, Not like you said earlier, we are looking a little flat, but it's very important that we bring in those returning customers. So my question to you is why should we allocate some of those funds or all the funds away from the new incentive customer program, to really into this new social media campaign you're saying, like, is it really, are you really sold that that's gonna make a difference as far as growth, or is it gonna help us retain business? What do you think?
So I think it'll help us in growth because, as you said, we have a customer incentive program already. We want to put more money into it, kind of beef it up, get more people involved in it. No problem with that. We could use our new platforms to reach more people with the current customer incentive program, and whatever we are able to put into it to increase it, it'll just have a broader impact on when we actually are able to kind of help out that program. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean, that'd be the best
Okay.
way I could see it helping us. Um, and right now, I just think it's gonna kind of help us reach the most people. And
Yes.
if we have more to use on both, great. But I think this would have the biggest impact in terms of the customer. The customer program is already established. It's already there. We want to make it better, yes, but that's not going to help us reach more people in different programs if we're only keeping it on Facebook, Instagram, stuff we already have.
Yeah. Would you be willing to meet me halfway? What if we do 100K for the new incentive program and 100K for Pinterest and Snapchat? Would that work? Or are you really or is it 200K or nothing?
Ooh. Let me take that back to my team leads and see if we would be able to get across with 100,000.
Perfect.
I know we were hoping for 200, but we'll see if we could work it, and then I'll get back to you.
I think this discussion definitely merits another meeting. With that said, thanks for coming in today. I know I got more meetings to get to, but it was good talking to you again, Mark.
Oh yeah, great talking with you. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, yay.
Well done, guys.
Good job.
Well done.
Very
You
good.
got through it.
Yeah.
Frank is really leaning into that role now.
I'm over it. Yeah. No, I'm not doing it anymore.
You found your groove, huh?
I think I see the
Working on it
WestJet
daily.
application in the glasses reflection. He's just going for it.
Okay, I think we have one more.
I know you're still there. I think that's you, man.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to set up my thing. I'm trying to figure out turn on my camera. 1 second. I was on my laptop or on my phone. I don't know how to turn it on.
So, hey, quick question. So we shouldn't evaluate the if we're the receiver, right? We shouldn't be doing the evaluation. So like I shouldn't be doing one for Francis, right?
I don't think so.
I was doing one. I think we need to grade. We need to grade everybody, right? We all need to
See,
turn in grades for everybody, right?
I guess so. Yes, I was doing it for everybody else, but I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
since we're a part of the conversation with, I mean, I
Right. That's
can,
what I
but
was wondering too.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do it in
Well,
real time when I was talking. I'm definitely
exactly.
but
like thinking, yeah.
All right,
he
I'm
said
ready.
he said everybody should have five. Since the teams were
Five.
made of
Okay.
six, everybody should have six role play evaluations. He did
Yeah.
say that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
then we should.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, no, you
My
ready? Who's
bad.
gonna take him?
I got you. No.
All right, so I'll start with the VP, right?
What's that?
Can you see me, or do you want more, or do you want me to turn on the light? Because I got the light on dim. I did LASIK eye surgery.
Light. Oh, well, if that's the
I
case,
got it on very dim.
I don't know
Is
if
this
we
okay?
want you blinding yourself.
All right. All right, so I'll start as a VP.
Yes, you're the VP. Yeah.
All right, we'll start now. The purpose of today's meeting is to outline the full social media expansion plan that we talked about, that we valued at $1 million, and to request a 200K budget increase, and to make this plan possible. So I was thinking that our current allocation covers most of the program, but that the additional funding will allow us to fully launch campaigns on both Snapchat and Pinterest, while
Okay.
maintaining the quality WestJet is known for. So what do you think of that?
So I think we're kind of firm on the million. We do have some funds set aside for the whole operations arm. So there is money out there that we can pull from. If you present, a solid case on why you should get a piece of that, I don't think 200,000 additional would be too big of a problem for us.
Well, that sounds interesting. And uh, before I go more into depth, I wanted to confirm your main objective for the project. From our last session, it was to increase the factor and per flight revenue, correct?
That's correct.
As well as boosting the ancillary income and growing engagement with the younger travelers while controlling costs. That was everything, correct?
Yeah, we're just looking at keeping that bottom line, increasing our revenue where we can, and kind of gaining that younger crowd to see where they're feeling for future flights, and just where they think that they want the airplane industry to go in the future.
Perfect. That proposal aligns directly with what we needed. Snapchat and Pinterest reach younger travelers earlier in their decisions journey, creating conversion between both opportunities and inflating their spending habits, especially amongst younger people, I think. And according to the social media marketing industry report, 90% of the marketers say social media increases brand exposure, and 66% see lead growth from expanding to new platforms. Our current presence in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube is solid but saturated. Snapchat lets us show WestJet's authentic culture in real time, pilots, crews, and destinations, while Pinterest translate vacation dreams into bookings through direct links to WestJet vacations. And travel brands using these two visual networks average 3 to 5 times their ROI each time. And we've seen similar returns ourselves. Our The Christmas Miracle campaign that we previously mentioned generated over 40 M views on social media between all platforms with a 700% return on interest in earned media. So the expansion's total budget is 1 million and is a strategic investment and growth, but we only need a 200K increase to activate these 2 new platforms and complete the plan. How's that sound?
Well, I do like the numbers you're saying there, so that does align with everything that we're trying to do as a company. 200,000 for 2 new social media platforms. That'd be near the top end that we would want to do for that. Kind of what we're kind of valuing our current social media platforms at is about 12,000 a month. So we'd probably be looking more around 150. But you do make a compelling case to add that 200,000 kind of to the budget for yourself. Do you think you'd be able to do it with less, or do you need that 200,000 as a solid point?
I need that 200,000.
You need that 200,000.
That 200,000 is the perfect amount.
Okay. Let me take it back to our finance board. We do have a couple other VPs that we need to talk to in different groups to kind of hear their pitch on how we allocate this extra bucket. But if they don't come with numbers that you came with, it's going to be kind of hard to talk back that financial incentive you have.
I completely understand, and this actually amplifies the program. We'll use Snapchat and geographic filters and Pinterest boards to extend the same message. And also, instead of adding spending elsewhere, this campaign can magnify the visibility of the loyalty initiative, because a benchmark data suggests that our 200K investment could generate 600 to 800K in incremental bookings. So I think it's a perfect amount.
All right.
And lastly, WestJet's brand has always stood out because of its heart and ethnicity. Snapchat and Pinterest let us share the story, the next generation of travelers, in the spaces that they mostly spend time through on social media. And just ask that you greatly consider it.
Yeah, we definitely will. And I like how you tied it back to our customer incentive program. That's it's a good thing for us to keep in mind too. So we'll talk with the other teams, and once we kind of decide where we want to split out this money, we'll let you know. Thanks for taking the time with me.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, that's it.
Good
I was
job.
wondering,
Awesome.
Well done.
do we have to
Did
cut
everybody
these
go?
and upload? Do we
Yeah.
have to cut these and upload these to YouTube?